So today we're going to be looking at how to teach gifted students. Along this presentation, we're going to be talking about how to identify gifted students, who they are, and a couple of do's and don'ts for how to help them have a better experience in the classroom. First off, who is classified as gifted? Gifted students often demonstrate that they are well ahead of their peers in ways. For example, they understand concepts much quicker. They have high problem solving skills, which means they're able to solve complex problems quickly. They're very, very creative. They have advanced insight versus just being good in school. And they're high achievers who are better at thinking abstractly. These are just a few of the classifications for gifted students. As a teacher, it's important for you to be familiar with your students. The gifted students aren't always straight A students, and they need to be constantly stimulated or they will become very bored in class. They can process information really quickly, and some of these students choose to be successful while others choose to rebel. A gifted student can be of any socioeconomic background, any race, and any gender. As a teacher, it's important to give informal assessments. Testing the class on a regular basis, see where they stand, will give you an idea of where the class is as a whole. If you test at the end of a unit, it'll give an idea of who has retained information, what concepts worked, and which students are taking away more. For those who are excelling, it's important to challenge them and give them additional, more intense problem-solving work. And for those who are falling behind, it's important to provide them with supplemental material. And as a teacher, we have to find the balance of that because you don't want to let the students that are falling behind be a hindrance to those who are excelling and understanding. At the beginning of the year, pre-assessments can be great because they can assess any new class or students to see where they are academically. If a student is ahead of the curve, more challenging materials can be provided for them throughout the year so that they're excelling. Self-exploration is another great idea. Let gifted students take charge of their education. Allow students to work independently on advanced work. Give them projects based on what other students are learning, but maybe make them a little more challenging. If gifted students aren't challenged, offer them a project that might help them thrive. In social studies, an example of this would be if we're learning about a war, have the students research different weapons during the time period or find an interest of theirs that they can relate to and really try to push that a little bit. Finally, here's a couple of the don'ts I've found to be kind of interesting. Don't give them busy work. These students are very aware of what's required of them from the class, and they know if they're giving filler work. They are likely not to complete it and may be disruptive because they're bored. So if you're giving a student just busy work, they'll just not want to do it. So there's no point of it. It's not helping anybody out. Instead of that, maybe give them something that they can actually concentrate on and something that will actually challenge them. Don't pair a gifted student with a lower achieving student on projects. This can create frustrations on both sides. Instead, maybe let your gifted student a chance to pick up their own project and explore deeper thinking on their level. Whereas if you pair them with a lower achieving student, they will just be bored and irritated. Don't ask them to do tasks they already know how to do. There's no point in being repetitive on something if they're already demonstrated that they can. If they've already demonstrated that they can complete the task. It's mundane, and again, they'll get bored. They shouldn't have to wait on their classmates to catch up and provide them with advanced material. I think that this is the most important thing for teaching gifted students is that they need to thrive. So there's no point in giving them mundane material because they need something that's going to challenge them. And the norm in the class may not be that. Thanks.